Well, over the past month, the Chattanooga Police Department has reported 5 different pedestrian struck incidents, 3 of those being fatal. Today, the department has a message to the city. Chattanooga Police Department Major Daniel Jones says the city is experiencing a high volume of traffic fatalities and pedestrians being struck by vehicles. This time last year, he says there were only 3 fatalities involving pedestrians, and so far this year, we've had 15.
Year to date, we have 93 pedestrians that's been struck.
Jones says most of those accidents were in parking lots where someone was backed into. But he says a big issue is pedestrians jaywalking and not using the crosswalk. He says Chattanooga's infrastructure is not the problem.
The sad part is that out of those 15 that we've had, almost every one of those has been the pedestrian's fault. We've only had 1 pedestrian that was struck in a crosswalk. All the rest of them have been where the pedestrian was not in a crosswalk.
Because of this, Jones says they're asking the community to be patient when they're out in the city and be aware of their surroundings. He says the department recently received a grant from the state to do preventative education. So in an effort to improve pedestrian safety, he says they're going around and handing out educational cards that lets people know what they can and can't do while they're out walking and driving.
One of those things is be predictable, right? Don't just jump out in the middle of the street like unfortunately we've had people do, right? The other one's use the crosswalks. If there's no sidewalks, face traffic as you're walking.
The card also mentions to be visible at all times by wearing bright clothing, stay alert by not being distracted by your phone, and make eye contact with the driver. Never assume they can see you.
It's getting that time of the year where folks want to watch football, right? And we want to go to parties and we want to do those type of things as well. Just pay attention, and if you're going to drink, don't drive.
Jones says if you see something in your neighborhood that needs to be fixed or have suggestions like getting crosswalks in place, to call 311. He says the city will come out to do a study and facilitate putting a crosswalk or any other traffic control for safety if they find it necessary.